Welcome to the game chat, Isaac. How are you?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
I'm doing well. You are probably more tired than I am. You're just coming off of PAX Unplugged. So
Tired. I'm fine. It's
yeah,
fine. You know, I slept a little bit. I'm good.
slept
Worked my
2
12-hour
hours. I'm
day.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got at least 4 hours. Worked my 12 hours. Got some dinner. Came
there we
on with
go.
plenty of time for the show, and here we are.
Yeah. So we've actually got a guest on the show today. We're going to be talking all about PAX Unplugged because I didn't go. Bob Crowell went with you, not with you, but you all went to PAX Unplugged, and so he's joining us right now for the show.
Here he is.
I
Boy.
went with him.
Oh, we went together.
Yeah.
What's up, Bob? How are you?
He made a little papoose
Huh?
and he wore it, and I just kind of just sat in it, and he carried me around most of the show. So
I'm officially returning. I'm officially returning Bob to you, Ryan. So
thank you.
On loan.
yeah,
He's back in the saddle, back in the South. I did offer to put to Yoda you at one point and say climb into my backpack. So
yeah.
There we go. Well,
He's contrary to what some people say, he does have big arms.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Now you kept him from putting things in his mouth like meeples and game pieces, little trains.
I tried so
hard. Okay,
I tried.
It's a full-time job. Usually, his wife is trying to. Bob, don't put that in your mouth. Come on, don't do that. So, but yeah, so hey, Bob, it's awesome to have you back in the South, and I'm excited about hearing all about what went down at PAX Unplugged. Since I've not been able to attend, hopefully one day I'll be able to attend. So,
for sure, we got a comment already kicking in. Speaking of a tired guy,
yeah. So let me see. I am in two different things here.
Yeah.
All right. What do we have? Yes. What is up, Jazz?
What is up, Jazz Cruise?
There you go.
He was running.
Yeah. So you actually put together some show notes. I did not. So let's start with food because I feel like that's what we do on this show. We talk about the things that don't matter, and then we talk about the games. So
food matters.
Yeah, food matters. So you called it the tour of Philly. So tell us a little about the food you guys ate in Philly.
Well, I'll let Bob go through some of the details, but for me, we've done Reading Terminal in the past, and we hit some of those spots. But we told Bob take us to where you get the best cheesesteak in Philly, not the best cheesesteak. He was very specific that those are different things. The best in Philly. So Bob, where'd you take us?
So the best in South Philly. Let me clarify.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So I took them to Jim's Steaks on South.
Okay.
So Jim's on South. We got cheesesteaks there. It was a good time. It's been a long time since I had a cheesesteak because actually the last time I went back home, I actually didn't have time to get a cheesesteak. I got a lot of other foods that remind me of home, but this time everybody wanted to go get cheesesteaks. So I was like, all right, fine. It's about a half mile from where Reading Terminal is. Nighttime. Let's go. There you go, Jazz. Jim's, baby. And we what was it, like 10 of us, 12 of us, Isaac?
Yeah, for sure. And then people came after us even still.
Yeah. People showed up. I think I was expecting to see Josh and Heather there, but apparently they showed up and got stuff and left while we were upstairs waiting. Then we ended up seeing the LTN guys, Matt and Bubba. They came up and hung out with us. Jan from Quackalope was up there hanging out with us. Derek, Lizzie. I mean, it was like there might have been 15 of us. We packed that joint
easy just
to eat some cheesesteaks.
That's really cool. That's awesome. That sounds really good. So I have that's Rick. Welcome to Name Drop.
Oh, I haven't even started, Rick.
Oh, get ready, Rick.
I haven't even started.
Over-under's 100.
A little background. Rick wanted to actually be a guest on the show. He is currently in a hospital bed and having surgery tomorrow. So
that sounds awful.
Yes. Yeah, so we could patch him in from a
from the hospital bed.
Yeah.
Next time.
Next time. So Matt said, what was your game of the show and why was it Title Blades 2? So
we'll get to the games and we're going to be talking about TB2 for sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
So you have history on here. Is this the history of Philly, or is this the history of PAX Unplugged?
Well, you could do a little both, but I got there Thursday. I actually left home at like I flew out of Detroit at like 5 something in the morning, so I got there super early.
Mhm.
My boy Jazz, it's on here, Lobby Hobbies, offered to come pick me up like the night before. He's like, "Hey, if you don't want to Uber," he was zipping around. He was bringing supplies for chai
Mhm.
for their booth. He was picking people up, taking people. He was a host because this was his
Man.
town, right? This is
Yeah,
not far
yeah.
from home for him. So he picked me up, and then him, myself, and 4 other people, which we'll talk about. Some of people got to meet, went down and did the Liberty Bell, and
Nice.
is it Independence Hall?
Independence Hall, yeah.
And that was awesome. I've never done the Philly. Like, I love history, I love museums, and being in the room where it happened, where they signed and wrote and signed the Declaration of
That's really
Independence.
cool.
It was awesome. It was a fun little historical thing. And that town breathes, right? Like, I mean, Bob and I, when we walked back one of the nights at 3 a.m. We
Mhm.
had about a 3/4 mile walk back, and that city was as alive at 3 a.m. as it was at noon, but just
Yep.
different type of life. It was
Yeah.
it was hot. It was cool to see, and Philly's just historical, and there's just a lot of cool stuff to see and do,
Yeah.
and so for getting to see that history side was awesome. But
Nice.
the other food spot we kind of found, I would say by accident, and not accident. I mean, you looked for it. Was at Alice's restaurant.
Yeah, Alice Pizza.
Man,
Yeah. So I've been all over the city growing up, but I've
Yeah.
never been to Alice Pizza. And I was like, all right, well, let's go check this joint out. And woo, man, I took
So
I took pictures of that stuff. I sent it to
my
my
gosh.
wife. I was like, yo. So what's different about it is a lot of pizza joints you go in and you order a pizza and it's a circle pie, right?
Mhm.
16-inch pie, 18-inch pie,
Yep.
cut into like 8 slices. They cook it up right there. They may have a couple of pies in the window and they put the slice. No, this doesn't like the delis
Mhm.
in Jersey and in Philly. So you walk in, it's party pizza. So it's
Yeah,
big
yeah.
square pizzas that are like 2 feet long, right?
Wow.
And
Okay.
it's like crazy like ingredients you normally wouldn't have. So pizza just layered with eggplants. There's one called a Philly special that Isaac got that had a whole bunch of greens and sun-dried tomatoes, like 4 different cheeses.
Nice.
And they do it by the ounce. So the pizza is like room temperature. And you just walk in and it's just all laid out in these like windows.
Mhm.
And you say, I want some of that. And then they take a knife and they look at you like, here. And then they're like, no more. Like, here.
Give me a little
And
more.
they just cut you off ounces of these slices.
Okay.
And man, and then they were like, do you want to eat it? Because like when we go to Jersey and Delhi, and this is where we're talking about tomato pie, Isaac. So this is where I get good tomato pie. And if you eat it room temperature. You don't really cook, you don't really heat it up or anything, right? So I was expecting to do that, but then I saw people heating it up, and I was like, all right, put mine in the oven.
Mhm.
Heat it up a little bit. So they heated it up, and I had some zucchini and burrata. One
Mhm.
was one pizza with garlic oil
nice.
on it. Oh my goodness, dude, it was out of this world.
That's
Like
good.
it was a party in my mouth.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had some good eats. I mean, wherever we went, the food was not
Yeah.
it was not disappointing. Even at the airport on the way out, I stopped at the Philadelphia Pretzel Factory and got Philly cheesesteak pretzel bites.
Oh, you got it?
Oh
Nice.
my gosh, they were so good.
Nice.
So top to bottom, like, we talk about Columbus and we talk about Origins, and
Mhm.
the food choices there are stellar, right?
Yeah.
And North Market is great. Reading Terminal is like North Market on steroids. Like,
Nice.
there's so
Yeah.
much to pick. I went back Sunday afternoon hoping to get one more cheesesteak, but
Mhm.
all the cheesesteak places were closed inside the terminal.
Oh no!
So,
See, I knew some of the places were closed on Sunday. I just didn't know
Yeah.
which was closed and which was open.
Yeah.
I stopped at Shake Shack. I like Shake Shack. We don't have one of those
Nice.
locals, so. But yeah,
That's
that's
cool.
good. It's good stuff. We had a lot of fun. We got to have some good meals with some good people, and
Oh yeah.
that's part of it, right? Just sitting down and social time with all these people. So
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, half of it's games, but I mean, honestly, like over half of it is just networking and eating. But I mean,
Yeah,
those kind of
yeah.
go hand in hand too, right?
Yeah.
A lot of times you're doing that at the same time, right?
Yeah.
For sure.
So let's transition to the people. You all got there on Thursday and arrived at different times. And so tell me about some of the hangouts, some of the people that you met, some of the people that you ran into that you hadn't seen in a while. We talked about, Isaac and I talked about this with Origins. It's so odd to miss people in this convention scene for years and then come back and be like, oh man, it's been so good to see you. So tell me about it.
Yeah, I started, like I said, I got there a little early Thursday, and I went down, like I said, with Jazz and met up with two couples who do YouTube content creation that, to be honest, I don't watch a lot of YouTube content,
Yeah.
but they've gotten to know Jazz really well, and it was awesome hanging out with them. Is Foster the Meeple, is Jeff and Jamie, and then Corvée Studios.
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
Ilya and Taylor.
Corvée.
Sorry, and Ilya and Taylor, and we spent the morning, the afternoon, we spent the evening playing games with them and some other people too.
That's
and
cool.
it was great. It was great getting to know them. And the cons are huge, right? There's tons of people, but it's summer camp, right? And you start to see the same people, and you start to make those relationships. And the person that you just met Thursday for the first time on Sunday, you're like, oh man, I'm really gonna miss you. Like, we had a lot of fun these last 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
And, that was kind of my start Thursday. Thursday night, we got together and played some games when Derek and Lizzie got in. And we played, how many that first night, Green Team, Bob?
Oh man,
A dozen, maybe a dozen.
Yeah, easy. I think it was actually a dozen.
And Jesse came over from Quackalope, and he got introduced to Green Team.
Yeah,
And
Nice.
Mondo was there, and the others I just mentioned. And so it was great. It was cool introducing. Green Team became kind of a theme through. Yeah,
Yep.
Jess, 12 of us.
yeah.
It became kind of a theme through the weekend. We played it a few different times. We'll talk about another one of those games in a minute, but that was our Thursday. So our Thursday was a lot of fun. Oh,
do
we lose
Bob dropped for a second.
Yeah. Do you have my audio?
Yeah, I've got your audio, no video though.
Okay, I'm not really sure.
we know
let's
he's
switch to
present.
the crappy camera,
Crappy camera.
and then switch back
why
to
we-
the.
That's why we do this stuff live, friends.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey.
I'm not really sure what
Hey,
just
at
happened.
least it wasn't like last time where my entire internet went down halfway through the show.
I guess you're gonna watch me, folks. So
Yeah.
that was on Thursday. While Bob's working on that, I'll start.
Hey, look at me!
There
I'm
he is.
back.
There you are. Oh, Rick said he preferred the black
Actually,
screen.
come on, man.
Wow.
Come on.
That's not nice. So,
Yeah, so I think Jazz is right. I think there was like 12 of us, and that's where we originally met the guys, Ilya and Tyler from Covray and Jeff and Jamie. That first Thursday night, Lizzie and Derek joined us. Jesse from Quackalope was there. Risa from
Calliope
Calliope
was there with us.
Yeah, so we had a huge group going, and we were playing that. And at first, it was a little quiet at first. You know, we did some nice quiet gaming. I think Isaac did Anno. Yeah,
So good.
I know you're really loving that game. I gotta check that game out.
So love it.
We did some Super Mega Lucky Box, and then I think Mondo was there Mondo was there with us for Super Mega Lucky Box, and then I think he bailed, and we all came together, and that's when it started to get. I was like, okay, it's about to get loud. You know, it's like 12:30, like a little after midnight, and I'm like, it's about to get loud, everybody. Okay. So
yeah, it was a lot of fun. That was our Thursday night. So we called
Cool.
it pretty early Thursday night. Friday, so Bob and I were, I mean, to be completely frank, I don't think there was much time that we weren't together this whole con.
No, dude. I
other
mean, I
than
might have
Sunday.
lost you for like 10 minutes.
A few minutes. Actually,
and there.
at first on Friday, because I went and played Buried Treasure, and you were meeting up with a friend, and then after that, we were pretty much together. And I tell you what, I sat down to play that, and I was like, "What? Why is this so good? Like, this is like, this shouldn't be so good." It mine's like on the bottom of this pile, but Triple Berry Treasures Unite.
There we go. There we go.
There we go.
That's the picture Restoration wants right there. There's
Yeah. Restoration wants this picture. Somebody screenshot it, send it to him.
It's good. A $20 late game.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah, it's
everybody
real
we
good.
played with it was like, "Whoa, can I get this at the con?"
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
we
we
introduced it to a
got
lot of people.
we actually received a review copy prior to I think at the beginning of the week or last weekend. We only got to sit down and play it probably Wednesday or Thursday. But
Yeah.
when we played this, we played it throughout the weekend, and every time we sat down to play it, it was like, that was good. Let's go again.
And I
let's
saw
play
the
again.
picture
So,
that you actually put up.
yeah,
That
yeah.
you got the review copy. That and the other one on the site about the GI Joe deck builder.
Yes.
So
Yep.
I saw the picture. I was like, oh, Ryan got that game. Then I played it with Isaac at the con, and I was like, okay, I don't care that Ryan's got a preview or a review copy. I was like, I got to get my own copy. You know?
Absolutely. It's really good. Yeah.
Yeah, Rick, I ran out of money, man. I'm sorry. I have an allotment set aside for Rick money, and I actually spent it, and without thinking twice about you. So
he bought a coffee, and that was it. So spent his $2.50.
That's another food thing, right? Like we hit the Wawa 2 or 3 times a day.
Oh yeah, you hit the Wawa every day up there. I hooked Isaac on Diet Peach Iced Tea.
Oh my gosh!
And I'm sorry that you can't get that anywhere.
It was so good. I'm very heartbroken on that.
I brought like 10 bottles home with me. So
yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, you could do it because you were driving. That's true.
Yeah.
So tell me about some of the prototypes you all played. You got some time with prototypes throughout the weekend. Tell me about those.
Yeah, we took the one. I mean, we're talking about Green Team.
Yep.
You know, so we got to represent. I was pretty proud to be able to show that off. And Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, we had games going of Green Team.
That game is hilarious, dude.
Yeah.
Like, there's not a person that we sat that down in front of since we started like playing it with everybody and showing it off for Chad and just helping drum up some. Like, there's nobody we haven't set that game down in front of that was like, meh.
Yeah.
Like, everybody's like, when can I get this game? Why can't I have this game right now?
Absolutely. Yeah.
You know.
But yeah, so we that was ours that we took. On Friday, we kind of just walked the con. We checked out the booths, and we talk a little bit about the crowds in a minute. But Saturday was our like sit down with the companies, and almost everything we played was prototype stuff, right?
Okay.
It was like, hey, come check this out, and it started with bright and early in the morning, TB2, like Matt was talking about.
TB2.
We sat down, played Tidal Blades Part 2.
Yep.
Gorgeous game. We've got content up on it. Bob and I both took videos, took pictures. Bob took some great horizontal pictures for TikTok, or video for TikTok.
Come on, I'm a brand new TikToker, man. I got like
that's funny.
I don't know, like 6-7 videos out there.
He's learning.
I'm showing my age here. Like, I'm a YouTuber, right? I'm a brand new TikToker, and I was like, yes, I'm gonna get TB12 or TB12.
TB2.
Yeah, that's Tom Brady.
TB12 was not there. He
was not 2030.
This is
2035.
TB2. So I'm gonna get TB2 video. It's gonna be real gorgeous. I'm gonna drum up some stuff on TikTok. And what do? I turn my phone sideways.
Yeah.
Like the Gen. What am I? Millennial? Am I millennial?
You're a millennial.
Am I Gen X?
Yeah.
Gen X?
No, me and you are the top end of the millennials. So
we're the top end of it. Okay, so I turn my phone in portrait mode, and I walk away. I didn't think about it later. Like, no, but you know what? I got some really nice pictures that I put up on our Facebook.
Nice.
And talk about it there. But
it looks gorgeous. So Tidal Blades 2 is actually going to be hitting Kickstarter in February.
22.
All two.
And Matt's in the chat here. Matt,
Felici's in the chat, and he'll be sure to remind everybody of that.
Very cool. We played the first 2 scenarios.
Yeah, 2 scenarios,
and it's great. I mean, if everybody we talked about was like, "Oh, okay, well, I love Tidal Blades 1." I'm like, "Great, that's cool. I'm glad you liked it. This is not at all Tidal Blades 1." Right?
I mean, the lore and the story,
the characters are there, but but it's an evolution step in the characters storyline. And this is if you like Gloomhaven, co-op, skirmish, dungeon crawling, this is your jam. Like, this is all you.
Yep.
We played just the first scenario. That was 2 parts of
Oh,
the
it just had
first.
2 parts. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't
Nice.
realize that. Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
That's cool.
Yeah, that was
Really
crazy.
cool.
It was good. It was so
Really
good.
cool stuff. And just the one change I want to talk about with and some differences is the way that they designed the map books to lay in on each other. So the 2 books come together, and there's a third one too, I think. Matt, correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. And they lay in on each other so that the rings are on the outside. So it creates, they fold. You can flip and fold and build the maps as you flip pages, and it creates this beautiful landscape for you to put the miniatures on. So it's
cool.
like, it's absolutely gorgeous game. So if like story driven co-op games are your thing, like this is going to be a monster.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome.
It's beautiful. We got content out. You'll see some.
Thank you, Michelle.
You'll see some more info. 2 main books. There you go. Matt threw it in the chat there.
Yep.
1 map book they'll attach to the 2 main books.
Nice.
Okay.
There you go.
Cool. That's
awesome.
awesome.
We're look for that coming in a couple of months here. Another one that's coming in. I'm trying to remember when Mike said it, but from Elf Creek that we got a chance to play. I think he said spring, Bob, if I'm not mistaken.
Paradox Initiative.
Paradox Initiative.
Yep. I heard about that.
Initiative. I didn't know anything going into it. To be completely honest. Mike invited Bob and I to come check it out. We're like, sure, we'll play it.
I was like, it's a Brian Surrey game, so I'm in. You know?
Absolutely.
He starts explaining. He starts telling us some secrets about some of the things that are going to be in it, and he's like, it's 10 fixed rounds. I'll teach you the first few rounds. You guys decide what you want to do, and by round 3 or 4, right? Bob and I are like, let's keep going.
Yeah, he kept saying, he's like, you guys still want to keep going? I'm like, yeah, let's do this.
We finished it through. It was great.
I think I won. Probably.
You did not. I won. You definitely
lying. Why you gotta do me like that on live Facebook Live, dude?
There we go.
YouTube also. But yeah, it was great, Bobby. I know you really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, that's cool. It was really fun. It had a it was like, I guess, what is it like? Would you call that? I don't know what you call that theme. Was it fantasy?
Like,
I guess
it's fantasy for sure.
Fantasy theme. Okay, sure. Fantasy themed. You're like saving these worlds, but it's using a bejeweled. Are you showing the score?
I was trying to show the score.
Yeah. So you're using this your own personal tableau that's set up with like a bejeweled mechanic.
Yeah.
And you're trying to swap things to make rows and columns bust, and then when you do that, you grab the resources of that color that busts. And then you solve cards that you've drafted, and you're moving this glitch around this big world that has these tiles, and each one of those world tiles matches up to some of the cards. So every time the glitch moves, it can turn over and destroy a world, and then your set collection becomes smaller. So it's got this really nice flow of different mechanics it's using. So I don't even know what. I guess you would just call that bejeweled. I don't know what that mechanic is called.
Yeah, I think that's the best. Yeah, bejeweled type of movement. Oh yeah, Bob's cracking that shirt.
Yeah, Rick loves Bob's shirt. So we had an emergency printing.
Emergency
company. Yeah, there was a local company that helped us out and printed 2 shirts for Bob so that he could have them as he went to Philly. So we are actually going to be ordering for real shirts at the beginning of the year. So watch for that if you want some One Board Family
shirts.
swag.
These are fake ones.
Well, this is a quick. It's a quick digital print.
Digital printed,
it's a quick digital print on a shirt color that we weren't originally picking.
Yeah, I know, right? I was like, oh.
So one more prototype, or one more upcoming game that we got pretty excited. And honestly, it was listening to the designer, how excited he was. It was like he flipped to his 8-year-old self and said, "Let me tell you about monster trucks." And once he got into the Bigfoot roll and write game that XYZ Labs
was this Adam who was teaching it?
Bob, I don't remember. It's one of the
over at XYZ.
XYZ.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
so
sure
he talked to Aaron and I about it. We had met him out for a little while before playing Titania Ascending over at XYZ Game Labs. Yeah, at
He was there
Origins,
for that.
and Adam talked about this game and just was ecstatic about how it plays and things that were coming up. He was showing me on his phone the 3D models of the monster trucks and stuff. And when I saw your footage of it on TikTok, Bob, I got super pumped. I was like, man, this is even better than what he was talking about.
Oh, you watched our TikTok videos?
Yes, I did. Even though I don't have a TikTok account, I watched one or two of them.
Nice.
But yeah, it's a cool game. It's programming. It's
yeah,
like it's got some really neat stuff going on.
super unique theme. I'm really excited for it just because of the theme. Like, there's no other monster truck games that I know of, and it's like I don't know if you have to have the IP. Is that really an IP? Would that be considered?
I think so.
An IP?
Oh, for sure, 100%.
Yeah. It is.
He
Okay.
had Gravedigger.
Yeah.
He had Gravedigger and Bigfoot and
Correct.
Viper. Like,
Okay, so I didn't know. I was assuming that was intellectual property, but I didn't know if anybody could just grab. Because when I saw it, I was like, "Yo, that's the actual Bigfoot logo from the truck."
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Like, so I didn't know. But yeah. So he had the actual trucks. Trax was in one of the other trucks, which is a really popular monster truck. It's a truck on
the rotating like the track
tank
wheels,
tracks.
like a tank.
Yes, like tank tracks. Yeah. So but it's really cool. Gamer Trays made the Gamer Trays made the insert for it. So like when you snap it together, it makes this big like Gamer Tray snap together muddy playfield.
Yeah.
And then you have all the different like layouts to build the maps are snapping thick cardboard pieces that snap onto the board to create like the obstacle courses. He's got like a plane, so you can like make Bigfoot like jump over a plane. But there's all things you have to do, programming things you have to do to make the vehicle perform over the obstacle and stuff. I'm like, wow, this is really unique. This is really a great idea. So.
I've got a copy of Arch Ravels right here.
Yeah.
The reason why this game is so good is because of the theme. You know, it's something unique. It's something new. It's different. It's going to bring crafters into the hobby. And we published our review of it today. And actually, Isaac, I saw last week you had a review for Arch Ravels. It's a great game. You know,
it is. It's fun.
Yeah,
it's fun. But that's what they're trying to do with the crafters. They're definitely reaching out to this community of people who love monster trucks. There's some things he told us. I don't know how much of it's public, so I'm not going to share it. But they are definitely putting big effort into saying, "Hey, monster truck community, come check out the board game world." And they're gonna do some things to really. If you love monster trucks and board games, you're gonna be on cloud 9 with this.
That's so cool.
This project. So
that was awesome.
Those were the big like prototypes. I'm trying to think, Bob, if there's any other big new to us games.
Okay, so I mean, there's one new to us game that we saw that we got a chance to sit down with Jeremy and talk about. Like everybody, Ryan, I'm not a co-op, guys. Hey, what's up, Josh? What's going on, brother? Miss you too, man. Miss you too, brother. I am not a co-op board game guy. A co-op video game guy, I'm fine. Love co-op video games. I'm all into that. Co-op board game, I want to destroy you. I want to win. You know, that's just how I am. You know, so I want to do my own thing. However, I did like Charterstone when you and me and Aaron and Kendall, we're going through that. It was a unique idea, building the board as you go through. Well, there's a new game coming where you're building the board, going through. It's co-op, but that is Jurassic World. And it looks ridiculous. You
I saw the giant.
I even have these sitting right here in front of me
that they had. Yeah, so I saw the giant area. Funko is publishing this, and it's actually going to be going to Kickstarter, correct?
Yeah. Yes, it is
their first Kickstarter.
Yeah. So,
I think the price point is $120.
That was Bob's favorite.
However,
man, those are pins.
You get.
Yes.
He's in the game too.
What?
He's in the game, dude. Everything is a flashback in the game. Everything.
Awesome. I like
from miniature dinosaurs, the resin dinosaurs that are in this, the comic book instruction scenario book. It looks like it's a comic book straight out of like the 1960s, dude.
That's
like
cool.
The artwork is ridiculous. You're going to be building the board. You're putting like stickers on the board. So you're going through this thing, and it's legacy. So you're going through this thing and you're creating the board to play. Oh my goodness, I forgot. Josh, yes. So the freaking Raptor Claw Scratcher. So you have characters that you play in this game, and these characters are upgradable and can get different abilities. So like one of the characters was the doctor, the main what's the guy's name who runs Jurassic Park? The white bearded guy.
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus, yeah. So that dude, he's like the grandfather of the children or whatever, and he runs.
John Hammond.
John Hammond, that's his name. Yeah. So you got characters like that in the game, and they can get upgraded abilities, right? Well, the upgraded abilities are scratch offs, like lottery tickets.
That's really cool.
Do you have a picture? Yeah, there you go.
Right there.
They're scratch offs, like lottery tickets, right?
Nice.
So in order to scratch these things off to upgrade certain abilities, they included a giant raptor claw in the game, and that is how you're supposed to scratch these abilities off. I mean, this thing is dripping with theme. Yeah. Everything really you do. There's this one section that's off the board, so it's a main board, and there's other sections off the board. There's one section next to the board, which is the DNA lab, that you have to go into. Your character has to move into the DNA lab and actually solve a puzzle to rearrange DNA. Like, it's just ridiculous, dude.
That's really cool.
It's going to be so good.
At the price point of $120, I'm going to actually let Bob pick that one. And
of course you are.
Just to bring it on over. So,
well, what's interesting too is they said the retail edition will be identical in gameplay and stuff. You're not going to miss out on something for Kickstarter, but the Kickstarter will be the pimped out version. They just couldn't tell us what that all was going to entail quite yet.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
so I appreciate that, right? Like that you're still going to get the same game experience if you wait for retail.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're just not going to get the upgraded linen or finished whatever
real
stuff
dinosaur
like
bones
and real dinosaur bones and actual fossils.
I love that. So.
There was one game we picked up that you, Derek, and I went to grab, not the game but the expansion, which is this little guy here, Expedition Leaders. So get this. I think this comes out in a few months, right? So I had to grab a hold of that. Look forward to checking that out for sure.
Yeah.
And I got this expansion thinking of you as well, Ryan. So
yes.
So I didn't have the expansion for this.
This is the first Halloween that I didn't play Campy Creatures. So very sad. Sad times. The month of October.
Much coming out.
Yeah, the month of October, I didn't have a single Campy Creatures sit down, so I got to make
December.
it up.
It's still a good time for
it. It's still fun. Christmas creatures, So
Christmas creatures.
Yeah. So let's talk about what we've been playing. Obviously, you guys came back with a bunch of games and things like that. Just let's throw out 2 games a piece that we've been playing to end the show. So
sure, absolutely.
Yeah. I'll do 3 because I didn't go to PAX.
Please.
So it's interesting. Blockus, we all know the puzzle game Blockus. Have you been inside a Dollar Tree recently?
I have not.
Okay. No. So inside the Dollar Tree, they have a new section that's a $5 eye in the Dollar Tree.
Okay.
This one is Blockus dice game. It's a roll and write, and it's in the $5 section of your Dollar Tree.
Is that a separate store? $5 Tree?
So no, it's the Dollar Tree, and they're experimenting, and it's not in every Dollar Tree. We actually went to one the other day that didn't even have a section, but they have marked one aisle and they put $5 items, which are more premium.
They're trying to compete with Five Below.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. But Blockus dice game, it's a roll and write. It's interesting. It's I've only played it once. Aaron and I played, and I feel like it would probably work. You are rotating 4 colors around. They're 4-color markers, and you've got a dry erase board, and you're rotating these markers around the table as people roll the dice. It's an interesting concept. If you like Blockus, you're going to like this game. If you don't like spatial reasoning, this is not a buy for you at all. Like,
I like Blockus enough.
Yeah,
I like
enjoy it.
Blockus. I like the 2-player. We have a travel version that we found at a Goodwill one time.
And you said it's a roll. Is it a roll and write or a flip and write?
It's a roll and write. So you roll in dice, and then the active player takes the first die. Non-active player takes the second die, and each die has a set of shapes that are linked to them.
Okay, so the dice have numbers, and then the shapes are on the numbers.
So like the number 3, the die number 3 has 4 different shapes associated with it. So
cool.
If you look right there,
Gotcha.
So the number 3 has 4 shapes that you can choose from, and once you choose one of those shapes, it's gone. So the game's about 15 minutes, but it's interesting, and for $5, it was very worth. I could see giving this as a stocking stuffer or something.
I'll buy most games for $5.
Yeah, $5 game. It was definitely worth it. So, yep. So
now Josh had his input there for his. I have not played this, but I saw it getting played a lot.
I was interested in So Clover. I heard a lot of people having fun with that. I didn't get a chance to check it out though.
I've seen a lot of
there was just so much going on at PAX. A lot more going on than there was at Origins, but
yeah,
I saw it Saturday night at the charity board game meetup. A couple people were playing that, and that meetup was bananas.
Yeah, it was absolutely bananas.
Many people,
ridiculous. There must have been 150 people in that CG room with Chris Goodlett and the charity board game meetup. Man, it was out of control.
Yeah,
but Toku looked really good, man.
Yeah, it does.
Nice.
I'm
really interested in Final Girl. I have not played.
That was the hotness from the con for sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
So. Everybody was talking about that. Everybody was there. They were giving out Final Girl masks.
So, yeah, I was gonna text you and be like, "Hey, give me a Final Girl mask."
I already got you what you need.
I know. You got me a card that I really need.
I got you that. Look, I don't even play Unmatched. Yeah. Like that's your game. Yeah. But man, that card is hot.
Yeah, he sweet talked that card for you.
I appreciate that. I very much appreciate that. So.
Yeah, I did. I was name dropping. I was like, Ryan Gutowski? He does the Unmatched Friday night series. She was like, oh.
They're like, Ryan? No. Isn't there another Gutowski?
I've never heard of that guy
there's
before.
Aaron, which is the cooler.
They're like, oh yeah, we know Aaron. That's the one we know.
Well, if you watch Friday Night Fight this week, there's an epic ending to the Friday Night Fight from this past Friday. We pre-recorded it, but snap, that was a good match. So.
Well, I'll be getting that new card to you.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
I don't even know what it's for. Like, what is it? What is the?
You want to know what it's for? It's for Volume 2. Battle of Legends Volume 2.
He's moved on to the second game, Bob.
I moved on. I'm doing all 3 of my games. You guys,
second game.
You guys didn't move quick enough. So, second game, Battle of Legends Volume 2. Aaron and I have been playing it. We're really enjoying it. Enjoying the new map. Enjoying the new fighters. Figuring out the rules as we go along, slightly different wording on some of the rules, and man, they're really good. All 4 fighters are fantastic. I'm really, I don't know. It's hard not to talk about Unmatched when.
Oh, I know it's
so
difficult for you
every time
to not talk about Unmatched.
Still haven't played it.
I know.
Still have yet to play it. So
yeah, you still have yet to play it. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, never played it. Heather has a good point. I did look far and wide for Mosaic. Forbidden Games was not there. If you end up on our TikTok channel, you may see some information about my search for Mosaic. So make sure you check that out.
I love how hard you guys troll Simon all the time.
And I know he's not watching right now.
I guarantee he's not watching.
Oh, he said he's eating dinner. So I'm super happy.
You guys troll Simon so hard all the time. And I love it. Even though I don't get it.
I've never even met him.
And then, of course, Buried Treasure. We're playing Buried Treasure. Really enjoying this game. It's
what player count?
So we've played 3-player every time so far.
You haven't done 2 yet?
No, I haven't done 2, and it changes. It changes the way that you lay out the cards.
Oh, yeah.
So
5's crazy.
Yeah, 5's nuts.
Yeah, so I want to play 5 because I feel like there's a lot more back and forth. 3 is really solid. Like I
it's
love
so
it because,
quick. I think we must have played that like what, Isaac, like 10 times this weekend, easy.
Yeah, we just kept playing it. It was quick and easy.
So
and it's pocket size. I put it in in a bag. Like I mean, it fit in a bag like this big. So
it's they have to do it for shelf presence.
Oh, I totally get that. But I mean, like,
totally understand it.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, I love that it's pocket size, right?
Yeah. So you could. It's one of those games. You know when the people, people do with the little plastic things, and they take all their games and they shove them into a little plastic thing, and then they stack them, and they're like, "Look how many games I've had." This Buried Treasure is perfect for that.
This is one of those games where I opened it. I was like, "Whoa, big box, cool."
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I'll probably put this in another.
You're going to look at that box way more than you would have if the box was just. This rabid dude in the corner, right here.
He's crazy looking.
Yeah. Oh man, I love it so much.
I know, it's great, right? And they know that it's great, and that's why they need to do it. You know?
They lean into
it. Did you read the history on the game, Ryan? Did you look at the back of the instructions?
I did not.
It's based off of, because it's a restored game, right?
Yeah.
It's based off of some old 1960s weird kid show, Colonel something.
Really?
I've never even heard of. Yeah,
I did see that. If your name is Suzanne Sheldon,
you
get to go first. So
it's weird enough. I changed my name to Suzanne Sheldon.
Really?
While we were at
PAX, you had it legally
so that I could go
that
first every single time.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah. So
I noticed in the thing, I still have my PAX. I haven't cut this thing off yet. This was how you had to get vaccinated proof, and then they tied this on you, and then they cinched it. Bob, however, got lucky, and the person cinching his didn't cinch his, so he could actually take his off. Where mine was a blood pressure cuff the entire
time. Some of the people were like, actually, I think Matt Warmbier from Love That Nerd actually was on the table and leaned forward and cinched it even harder.
Oh no!
So I was sitting next to him, I think, when we were playing. He was like, "Oh
That's
no,
terrible."
He's like, "I think I made this thing even just tighter." And I was looking at it. It was, dude. I was like, "Yo, man."
That is terrible.
It was. I understand it, but like when I went up to get mine, when I went to check in, I gave him my vax information. I put it in the app, so I had the app with me, and they look at that. Then they gave you the little cinch thing. The lady, she put it on my wrist, and then she was like, and then we just do this, and she just went boop, just the tiniest bit, and I was like,
oh,
I kept my hand there, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm done. I don't do anymore. Yeah, and she was like, no, you're good. And I don't know if it was like if that's where my horribly monster looks came in, and she just wanted to like be done with me, like get this guy away from me. That might have worked in my favor for this weekend. But yeah, like mine was so loose, so every night I was just popping it off.
Josh
That's
could
cool.
do the same.
That's good.
That helps.
Nice.
Josh's was too. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So to move into a couple of games, I've already talked about Green Team and how much we love that, and like Heather said, she had to watch us play it. What I found really interesting with Green Team, they played the Ian Moss prototype. I didn't get a chance to play that, but I saw him playing it. Green Team has a question where it says, which one of these is the worst, most damage to the world? And it said fire, the internet, and I forget what the third one is, Bob, like the wheel, I think.
The wheel, that's what it was. Wheel, fire, and the internet.
And most people said internet, but I think it was Derek who had a real, like, it was just an insightful. At that point, we had like 17 people playing Green Team. And he said, guys, if it wasn't for the internet, would any of us know anybody at this table? And it just really hit home for me, like, emotionally, the way this weekend was, that like like, yeah. Speaking of Derek, I say his name.
Speaking of the
churns
Derek,
him up.
Yeah, right.
But it hit
You've
home that
summoned
like
the Derek.
I wouldn't have these relations. I wouldn't have a relationship
Yeah.
with Bob to be able to say, hey, let's hang out for 4 days, you know, do
Yeah.
life together, and all these people if it wasn't for that. So
Absolutely.
you know, it was really important to me. It was a really cool moment.
Yeah.
Games I played that I liked. I played this Sunday without
Oh snap!
Bob.
We've
Heather
got
said
a
there we go.
Heather
Okay.
said
Heather
it.
said
Oh
not Derek. You're
no!
giving
Sorry,
Derek
Derek.
credit that he doesn't deserve.
There's
Yeah,
nothing
sorry.
worse than misquoting somebody on a live show, and you can't take it back, and it's now.
Can you
on
just
the internet
edit?
forever.
Can you edit this? Can you edit?
Sure, sure.
Oh, perfect.
We'll say Heather.
So Heather Schwartz made this insightful comment that I really
we
appreciate. Yeah, but yeah, I mean it was spot on. So
Oh,
Sunday I
man.
went back without Bob. He left early, and I went back to the con for a few hours. And I purposely went up and down every aisle, make sure I didn't miss anything. And I looked at this table and I said, okay, I've always wanted to play this. I'm gonna play it, and I got it all because after I played this, I was
What is
like,
that?
why
Dungeon Drop. Okay.
Dungeon Drop. I'm like, why is this game so much fun? And I've
Yeah.
never played it. Like they had play mats and these walls that you put on your table so that when you drop them, everything stays in the
Cool.
dungeon.
Yeah,
it was a blast. I played with 2 guys I didn't know, made some video content, spoke
That's
with
cool.
with the designer he was there with his daughter, like him and his I assume 20-something-year-old daughter. Yeah, it was just fun. It was
That's
a
super
really
cool.
fun game. I had a great time playing that Sunday.
I've never played Dungeon Drop. Now
Also, met up with Danny from Savrante.
Yeah,
she was giving us a scoop.
That was great.
On some stuff, giving us a scoop on some stuff that's coming up. Some new titles that are going on. So like Tiny Towns is going on, and there was somebody. I'm not even going to remember it now, dude.
I remember. But was it revealed? I don't know if we're alled to say it.
I don't know if we're allowed to say it.
But it was. I know some of them. Type it in the private.
Type it in the.
It was that.
Oh no.
Okay.
Okay.
So
and the second one there.
That's what it was.
Shut up. You keep right.
Pogs. Yeah, Pogs are going on Savrante. No. So yeah, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that title.
Yeah.
That's going on to Savrante or not.
But it's going to be amazing when that one goes
Tiny
on.
Towns is.
Yeah.
And that
Tiny Towns and also Dice Miners.
And Dice Miner. That's the other one. Yes. Yep.
So
yep.
So
I
that's
got to play Matt, Josh. Yeah.
So Sovereignty, if you haven't played, if you don't know a lot about Sovereignty is an online platform. We actually have an article that I wrote for the loudest car in the world just drove by my window.
I heard that.
I heard that, dude.
I am so sorry.
It is Mosaic going on.
It is a Mosaic.
Oh,
yes,
it is. Yeah, Derek.
I actually wrote an article about family gaming on Sovereignty, and it's cool. Like their platform is really fun, and so Aaron and I have gotten into a habit of just jumping on and being like, "What can we play tonight?" and just hang out and just chill, laying in the bed. Got an iPad and a laptop, and it's really nice. So,
we had some good conversation with them. I told them what was the young lady's name that we spoke to? Danny. I told her about our show that we do. Actually, I told a lot of people about our show.
Nice.
And we got some good, Danny being one of them, some people that were like, hey, I'd love to come on. We're like, we would love to have you on. So
we're coming up on a year, man. Can you believe that? Like
crazy.
Last January, I was like,
hey, listen, this for a year?
Let's do this.
We're almost there.
20. This is episode 21. So
wow.
Yeah. It'll be a year in January. So
the other game I played that we've talked about in the past year, that's what I played.
Mosaic
2, Mosaic.
Mosaic Bugaloo. The other thing I played that I really enjoyed after we played Green Team and played some other things, we were in the main hall this Friday night. It's 11:50. No, it was probably 11:40, and we start to get out Super Mega Lucky Box, and the enforcers come around and go, "You have 15 minutes." I was like, "Okay, this is a quick game. Who wants to play?" And I have a double box. And 12 people sat at the table to teach us. Half of them didn't know how to play it, so we played Speed Super Mega Lucky.
That was the most. That was the loudest, most ridiculous.
What was that card? Did you tell me? Is that new?
So much profanity rolling on that table.
Who was it? Who was,
It was
there
Jan.
with us? Jan
Yeah.
from Quackalope.
Yeah.
Luna was Luna with us.
Yep,
Aspie Girl. Yep.
Mhm.
And it was just so loud, and everybody was like, "I need a 2. I need a 2. I need a 7. I need lightning bolts."
So
and
good.
just everybody trying to hurry up. And Isaac, you weren't even playing. You were
No,
running
I was
around the
literally
table.
MC. I was just okay. We got a 2. We got a 2.
Yeah.
He was the ring girl. He was a ring girl. He
was the bingo yeller.
Yes,
I was.
Yes,
I-64.
Yes,
that's cool. That's awesome.
But that was my
nuts.
that was
and
my
you know what? We finished with 5 minutes to spare.
Really?
Yeah, with time,
you did
with
10 minutes.
10-minute, literal
That's
10-minute for
That's
for
really
cool.
cool.
But Bob, yourself,
it was crazy, man. What a good time,
Bob.
dude.
2 games.
So 2 games. Let's see. I'm gonna go with. And now, I don't. All of my games I've been playing lately were at PAX.
Yeah.
And we've talked about most of them.
Well, the small ones that we played at night, right?
What I'll do is, Buried Treasure.
Yep.
Right.
The ones you introduced to people.
What? So you're talking about like Fuji Flush,
that
kind
of stuff.
Okay, yeah. So I introduced like a lot of small box games.
Yeah.
Small box games are great for cons because nobody wants to lug Twilight Imperium in their backpack for the entire day. You know what I mean? So you're able to bring like 10 to 15 games if you make them small box and throw them in your bag. So I did your the ones I usually travel with. So like Fuji Flush, Llama, Skull King, No Thanks, things like that. And I was bringing those out, introducing those to people. But I want to talk about one that I played before the con, and then actually saw the physical game at the con, and that was Happy City.
Oh yeah,
nice.
From Game Right. So I played this with you, Ryan, on BGA.
Touch on BGA, yeah.
It was actually a cute little, and that was actually a cute little game. Kind of reminded me a little bit of Machi Kuro, but not as fiddly and no take that.
Yeah.
It was just kind of like
it's just super cute.
15 minutes, buy some things that you can, generate some income, and fill out your tableau of 10 things.
Yep.
Get as many victory points as you can. And I didn't know it was a Game Right game.
Yeah.
I didn't really know because I was like, what is this? You're teaching me Happy City on BGA? I never even heard of it. And then when we went into the Game Right, and Game Right actually had a really big booth. With a lot of games. Yeah, and Happy City was one of them. I was like, oh,
that's cool.
Happy City. Like, I know that game. Like, I played that a bunch.
Yeah,
I actually taught it the next night after you taught me. I taught the Simon.
Nice.
I taught the Troy as well. And Troy, I don't know if you've ever played with him before or not. He actually showed up to the PAX this weekend. It was his first con. His first board game convention ever.
Go Troy.
So yeah, he had a great time. We played a whole bunch of games with him and his buddy Ramon. And it's just so much fun. But yeah, Happy City. So that was one of them.
That's really
cool. So I'll go ahead, Isaac. What do you got?
I was gonna say, I said my 2, but yeah, it was with Troy, Ramon, some of those guys that we got to meet. There were a lot of first-time con goers, even for content creators, that were just kind of taking it in. The one that Bob and I got a chance, we looked for them, and finally, once we ran into them, I couldn't stop seeing them, was Mick, Starla, and Grant. And getting to meet those 3. I saw Grant sitting at the table by himself, started chatting it up with him. He's like, come meet Dad. He's playing a game, but we can interrupt him. And we chatted with them. And Sunday on my way out, they were just kind of chilling in the media room. I sat down, talked to them a little bit more just about life and what they're doing. And Saturday, when we left in the evening, we were talking to them in the media room, and Grant walks in. Grant Lyon, right? We had on the show.
Yeah,
man,
if that dude's hilarious.
If Mick didn't just bust into Grant, it was hilarious.
Mick laid right into Grant about Grant supposedly said something about he was going to come to a comedy show out in Omaha, and he hasn't showed up yet, so Mick just laid into him, dude. It was funny to watch that interaction happen.
Yeah, that's cool. Man,
who's commenting under the One Board family right now?
Is it your wife? It's probably Rick.
Listen, Ryan's got. Oh yeah. So Rick, I need to wrap this up. So Rick laying in a hospital bed. He needs us to finish because I'm supposed to play a game with him right after the show. So
Rick, I'm not going anywhere.
Hide the bedpan.
That's Rick saying that. Let's wrap it up, guys.
Right.
Thanks,
So yeah. So
Bob, where can we find you on the internet?
Yeah.
You know what? I'll let Ryan go first, and then whatever he says, just copy that from me.
At One Board Family, all over the place. TikTok, Bob's running that joint. Friday Night Fights, you can come check out. We've got new content for Friday Night Fights. We've got new fighters. You're going to see them popping up and playing against some of the older fighters. We're going to be making some new content for Friday Night Fights. So be sure to stay tuned on our YouTube channel at One Board Family. And yeah, shirts coming next year, January next year. So
Derek is trolling you hard, Ryan. Holy cow!
What is happening? What? I'm not even over there.
I also can't believe you missed it.
How awesome the show was! I can't believe you missed it. Best con point. Oh man, that's terrible.
I will say that it probably was the best con of 2021.
I mean, I had a blast.
It was, but by one complaint, it was too short. It's too short.
It's always they're always too short.
I need one more day. Origins almost feels like just a day long, but it's not bad day long. It's just like when you're done, you're like, it's time to go.
Yeah.
I know it's time to go.
We have next con coming up, Tantrum Con in February.
Yeah.
So
hey, there's an Andrew, Wild Andrew.
Hey, Andrew Smith.
So yeah, I'm on Game of Sidekicks. We're on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, also on the TikToks. Make sure you check out our videos. Bob and I threw up all sorts of content from PAX. If you want to see what it was like to be there, find our videos there. Bob did some really cool things with the Jurassic Park and Bigfoot game.
Yeah, that's cool.
I did
all my non-portrait shot video is up on TikTok.
There we go. That's good. That's good.
I don't know what to do with the portrait shot video. I don't know what it is.
Well, you can make some YouTube content. So
that's fair.
Heather said, "Miss you all already."
We miss you too, Heather. Heather and Josh.
Heather and Josh are awesome. Love chatting with them, and we just
So
got.
many
We got.
people.
Mick said it best. When I was talking to him, he's like, this is our family. Like, this is, family means a lot of things to a lot of different people. And, if you're part of this board game world, like when we were in the Dice Master world, we were like, oh, there's no way the board game world feels the same. And it does. Like, it feels the same tight-knit family where people just love on each other and take care of each other. And they say, hey, I want to sit down with you at my table because I respect you and I want to look you in the eye and say, like, hey, let's be friends, let's play some games. Our tagline has always been that, right? The games we like with the people we love.
And it gets overwhelming in a good way, because as you're pulling people in to game with you, you see people that you want to be gaming with. You know what I mean? So you're like, and that's why I like games like Green Team or Just One or anything like that, especially at a con, because you can get everybody. Come sit down. Let's laugh together. Let's fellowship all together at the same table.
It's good stuff.
So
So if you're listening, watching, and watching this later, if you don't have a community like this, I would encourage you to find some people that enjoy games, enjoy fellowship around the table, and make some memories. So especially now that we're in the holidays, I think this is probably going to be our last show of the year.
I think so.
I'm assuming because we're so busy during the holidays. So I mean, this has been an awesome year, and so starting this with you, Isaac, this year has been fantastic. So look for a community that you can do this with. So
for sure.
Cool. All right.
Awesome.
That'll do it for
Thanks,
the show.
Bob, for joining us.
Thank you, Bob. You guys be safe, have fun, and play some games during these wonderful holidays.
Happy holidays, everybody.
See ya. Happy holidays.